Peter. We try not to name drop around here, like, but I don't. It doesn't matter.
Just don't say his name. Don't say his name.
Don't. He's gonna sweat.
Say his name.
He's gonna get sweaty.
But there's it's so deep that he's dating Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend, like ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
The crypto guy who's like sitting in a jail cell next to Diddy right now for his crypto scam.
Man, it's
and
just
funding Ukraine.
America's dead.
Speaking of sweaty. This past Monday, some of you might are here from the Technocracy doc that I came out with that just happened to pop off a little bit, which I'm proud of. I'm
proud of you too.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Snow's got something coming out on the Technocracy as well. But so if you watch this part, I have an entire chapter on Curtis Yarvin. And Curtis Yarvin, like the liberals hate him, and like for good reason. I mean, it's not like it's like he's like not like an evil person. 1 second. The liberals hate him, but he's like somehow all over mainstream media. And again, like guys, like I have an entire chapter on this guy. Like he is basically the ideological forefront of all of this. And he's not just like a whacked out like blogger or philosopher. Like he literally has intellectual ties with JD Vance, Mark Andreessen. He's connected to Peter Thiel too, which is like something that I wanted to like a little update to this is like, it's not just like a little bit of the Trump entourage. It's like almost all of them, including Peter Thiel, where like I thought this was a very telling piece, specifically this part, because they've had a relationship for a long time, right? They've since at least 2011, because Thiel invested over 100,000 into Yarvin's tech startup. Like a software company. And they even watched the 2016 elections together, which kind of puts you like, what were they think? I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room. But he admits that they have a relationship. There's definitely
to me that was a really successful moment because not only did it defang Curtis Yarvin, and like I've never been a big Yarvin fan. Like I'd read his stuff. I'm like, why do you always side with the bad guys? I never thought he was like a racist or anything like that. And it turns out like he's a really fucking nice guy, you know, and he's just super normal. And now he's like doing the round.
He's a normal guy. He just wants the country to be run by a CEO. It's a normal guy.
And all these people like think like, oh, it's so cute. They're not like he doesn't set off like Google security alarms anymore.
Yeah, we did that.
And it was done. Yeah. And it was done at this Dutch soldier society that was like falling apart in LA. So like imagine all this. And then, like, I don't know if I could say who the guest who was sitting there, and there were like art girls there. There were quirked up art girls in the audience. There were like tech bros.
It was surreal.
Venture capitalists. There was
it was
like
surreal.
Peter.
We try not to name drop around here, like, but I don't. It doesn't matter.
Just don't say his name. Don't say his name.
Don't. He's gonna sweat.
Doesn't say his name.
He's gonna get sweaty.
But there's it's so deep that he's dating Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend, like ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
The crypto guy who's like sitting in a jail cell next to Diddy right now for his crypto scam,
man,
and funding Ukraine. That's how deep these elite like circles go.
It's just an eyes wide shut party. That's all it is.
That has to be it.
That's the whole like capitalist class. These fucking gremlins just get together, do stupid amounts of substances, and just like go to town on each other. There are more trains run there than in Central Station in Toronto.
This is Caroline Ellison, by the way.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't judge.
Can you just imagine? Oh my god! But he was also complaining on.
Why do every single one of these motherfuckers looks like an Oblivion NPC? I don't get it. Every single one of them. It could pass as like an Elder Scrolls NPC that you get some shitty quest that you got to go like grab like a bunch of trash from the other side of the goddamn province.
These are all people who were like bullied in college by like all the left-wing girls in college, so that they're like, so now they're like fervently right-wing in order to.
Honestly, I think it's more parental neglect. I think the wound. This is my theory. Okay, I don't doubt that these people got bullied, and bullying is always terrible, right? But how you respond to bullying is a choice. If you grew up in an ordered household that properly socialized you with other people, your response to something like bullying wouldn't be to like get revenge.
This is exactly it. Yarvin really just seems to be one of those weird, horny right-wing dudes who have a grievance against the left-wing women who refused to fuck him in college. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, like, but like it all depends on how you respond to it. Like a normal, well-adjusted person with a good upbringing would respond to bullying with like, okay, well, that sucks. You know, I that didn't feel good for me, so I'll make sure not to do it for other people. Maybe have more empathy for other people who are bullied. But these psychos, they get bullied and they're like, I have to get revenge on everybody for how they treated me. And that's a disordered person. That's a person who has a severely fucked up schema. So.
Oh, my dog just chewed up my Goku thing that I got from Japan.
Oh, you still play with dolls? That's cool.
No, it's not. It was a souvenir from Tokyo, okay?
I'm kidding.
And it's like, I'm pissed about that. Whatever.
Yo, you can't have any of those kind of things if you own a dog. They will fuck all your shit. My dog has
right now. My dog and my parents' dog. Like the family dog, and they just fucking eat everything. Like he does.
Yeah. What my dog likes to do, the reason why I have this microphone so high up now is because I used to have it a little bit lower, like to the side while I worked. My dog used to go in, grab the mic, like this right here, and he would just go into his crate and chew it to shit. And then sometimes I'd find pieces of it in his poop. So now the mic is always high up.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
So he doesn't do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. So.
But in this New Yorker piece, which I think is the most revealing. So again, we already knew about Thiel and Yarvin's relationship, but Thiel wrote to Yarvin in 2014, how dangerous is it that we're being linked? One reassuring thought, one of our hidden advantages is that these people wouldn't believe in a conspiracy if it hit them over the head. This is perhaps the best measure of the decline of the left. They can just make them sound really crazy, and they kind of know it.
That's because...
So conspiracist tankies win again. We were correct again. And we won't stop winning because it's shit like this. They openly talk about it.
Well, because
there's not enough conspiracy theorists on the left. There's not enough.
Here's the thing, right? A lot of people on the left, quote unquote, the difference between the left and the right when it comes to topics such as like skepticism of the official narrative, establishment sort of objectives, all that, and being inherently critical of that, is a lot of the left, they haven't actually read anything. They don't have any actual materialist analysis, because we always come at this from a materialist analysis. The conspiracy theorists on the right, they're just given the government is bad for everything, and that's all there is. So they're programmed to naturally be skeptical. But the psyop on the right is that, okay, well, if we just, it's the same psyop for liberals, but it's like, if we just get our guys in there, then suddenly the government will be good.
They're both kind of like that, though. I mean,
yeah, but that's really profound, because like, even to this day, I'll qualify it by saying the Western left, because the Western left is a fucking joke. It's primarily just like lib to progressive sort of reactionary. We can kind of fix the system if we just like implement the right social safety nets, sort of people. So they're still very much like, well, the system is fine. And unless you realize the system is not broken, it's working as intended, you're always going to fall for these sort of things. And you're always not going to be as skeptical and analytical as you need to be to live in this moment.
Like conspiracy theorists, like you could read Tom O'Neill if you want to know the truth about the hippie movement. And again, like a lot of people are falling into that trap where they think that like the hippie movement was like a right and just movement, when really it was like they were just like, oh, like stop sending us to foreign wars. And then once they learned drone warfare, now that whole shit stick is up, and now they don't really care anymore because it's distant from them. Similar
That's
to
kind of the whole problem.
Obama. That's what happened under Obama, is that they started using drone warfare instead of like man-made bodies, and then people stopped getting pissed, and that was the whole point of that.